As you all know, Adam and Mollie met at a friend's wedding. They hit it off right away, and they started talking on the phone every single night. And Adam calls me up and he says, hey, I really like this girl. I'm going to move up to Seattle to be with her. And I said, that's great, but when did you turn into Ethan Hawke? I don't know you. You're going to move up to Seattle to be with some pretty ladies? Like, yeah, I'm going to move to be... Well, I'm a Seahawks fan, too. 95% for her, and he does. He moves up there. So, he moved up there after they'd only met 2 times, which reminds me of this old joke. Maybe you guys have heard this one. What does Adam Starr bring to a 3rd date? A moving van. Mollie's working. Adam's not. Good news is, Adam's just graduated from the London School of Economics, which definitely qualifies him to get a job working as a waiter at a seafood restaurant. He's definitely qualified to help people tie their seafood bibs and to say things like, oh, hey, I'll be right back with your shot glass of melted butter. It's funny now because he has a great job now, but at the time...
it was a great job.
At the time, I got another phone call from Adam, and Adam says, hey man, I went out and bought a ring. I'm gonna ask Mollie. And again, I say that's great, but you know, where'd you get the money? And he says, you don't have to buy a ring with cash. He says, pawn shops have been accepting credit cards for years now. It's not the 1920s, buddy.
E.E. Robin, though.
More of a consignment. Yeah. Not real. I'm moving on. Adam and Mollie got engaged, and they moved to the Bay Area because why not? And they settled in Oakland. They wanted to fit in with the community. The first weekend in Oakland, they set off down the street to go rob a Wendy's. And here's where things turned. They got there and they said to each other, hey, we are classy, young professionals. We shouldn't even be in a Wendy's. 2 food connoisseurs were born. That story's not totally true, but the point is, which is that moving to the Bay Area stoked their common interest in cuisine, and I'm sure you've all been impressed by the gourmands that Adam and Mollie have become. For example, I'm sure you've heard them say things like, please pass the prosciutto-wrapped jar of marmalade. I need topping for my goat milk ice cream. It's not persimmony enough. Or they'll say things like, no thank you. I only eat strawberries that were picked by free-range illegal immigrants. You know how to use a ramekin, don't you? Food snobs. But they deserve the finer things in life. They're both doing very well. Mollie just landed an awesome job, Director of Communications. That's right. Adam got a good job at Monster.com. He publishes articles in magazines constantly. He recently received the highest honor a young writer can receive. He was plagiarized by the New York Times. Story. In fact, as an aside, the ripoff was so blatant that they hilariously used the same photograph in the story. It was taken by Shane. Yeah, they changed everything but the byline. It said, by Madam Starr. Yeah. But, you know, so it sounds like Adam and Mollie have everything they could ever want. Well, not everything. They don't have all that stuff on the registry. You can never have too many ramekins. Just kidding. Really, the future's very bright for these two. They make a great team. Just look at the great week they've put together for us all. It's incredible. I love you guys, and for that reason, I'd like to close with a very old Spanish toast that's been used for centuries whenever people are gathered with the ones they care for. And it goes like this. I'll raise a glass. It goes like this. Un poco de alegría, un poco de canciones, un poco de sangría en sus pantalones. Salud.
Salud.